What if I told you that you're probably making at least three of these mistakes right now, and you don't even know it as a speaker? Now, I've reviewed hundreds of speaker businesses, and over the last 20 years, I've looked at websites, I've looked at one sheets, I've looked at demo reels, I've looked at booking pages, I looked at social media. And what I've realized is that there are so many mistakes that are killing speakers today, killing their dreams, killing their bookings, and killing their income. Now, these aren't small tweaks. These aren't minor adjustments. These are the exact reasons why event planners Google you, they land on your page, and they decide to book somebody else. So, what I'm going to do in this video today, I'm going to walk you through the ones that I feel like you can fix right now. I'm going to show you exactly what's stopping you from booking $10,000 plus speaking opportunities. Hello, I'm Cantor Simmons, and welcome to Monetize You Academy. This is my platform where I've laid out resources and tools and techniques to help speakers like you get found, get booked, and get paid. And today I want to show you some mistakes that I see with so many speakers that I work with, and I want to be able to help you in this video. Now, I want to let you know that on this coming Thursday, based on when you decide to watch this video, I'm hosting a free live training. Okay, in this free live training, I'm gonna go more in depth over website mistakes. I believe your website is your greatest asset. Your website should be the most employed employee in your business. Now, if you don't have a website, or maybe you have a website, on this coming Thursday, I'm going to be breaking down the big website mistakes that are keeping you from being found, booked, and paid. Okay, so if you look down in the description or you comment website, I'll send you the link for this live free training. Okay, click the link. In the comments, just type website, or you'll see the link somewhere down there. Okay, so let's get into these mistakes. All right, these are the mistakes that I feel like are stopping you from being paid 5, 10, 15, $20,000 plus to do what you love to do. Now, if you are a professional, right, you've given your life and your expertise to company or corporation, and you say that, hey, you want to be a speaker, this is for you. Or maybe you are struggling speaker, you're not getting booked as much as you want to. Guess what? One of these mistakes is stopping you from that. Okay, so here's mistake number one. And matter of fact, I'm gonna write it down here on my board here, right? So mistake number one is no speaker website. Yeah, that's mistake number one. You know, a lot of times it surprises me that I have to say this, that many speakers don't have a speaker website, like a real website, right? A website that is speaker specific, not a general personal website, And, this personal website, like back in the corner on the tab at the bottom, is where you have, oh, yeah, I'm a speaker, right? And so, what I want you to do is to understand that you just can't put a link in your Facebook page or put a link in your YouTube channel, put a link on your Instagram that says, "Hey, go check out my bio." No, a real speaker website, like the speaker website, the entire job of the website is to convince an event planner that you are the right person to choose. You are the right person to book. You are the right person to work with, right? And so here's what event planners actually do, right? When your name comes up in a committee meeting, right? Somebody may say, "Hey, I've heard of Raymond, or I've heard of James, or I've heard of Ms. Audrey," whatever your name may be, right? The first thing they do, they will go look at your website. Now, some of them, they may go to Google and tap into Google, all right? Some of them may go and they may pull up your social media. Or even if they're on their phones, most likely in a meeting, they will go and try to find your website. And guess what? When they get to your website, within those 30 seconds will either keep them interested or keep them saying, you know what, let me go book somebody else. And guess what? If that website isn't in place, you probably miss out on $10,000 plus and you didn't even know it. So, your number one mistake is to build a profitable speaker website. Now, if you don't have a website, you say, well, Candace, I've been using my social media. Okay. But the reality is, pro speakers or professional speakers or paid speakers have money making websites. So, guess what? Your website is not an option, right? It's not optional anymore. So if you don't have a .com or you don't have a website, like for me, I have CantusSimmons.com, right? It's my name. But when you go to that website, you will clearly see that people can book me for STEM events, helping schools, parents, and teachers in the area of STEM and AI education to prepare our students for the future of work. It's clear there on my website. So your website is the foundation of your speaking business. Okay. Now I'll talk more about that in my upcoming live training that I do every Thursday. And I'm going to walk you through what that is and what that should look like. So, one big reason you're not getting booked and paid 10,000 plus gigs is because you don't have a website. All right. Mistake number two. Mistake number two is that you have no clear booking process. No clear booking process. What do you mean? Right? So let's say if an event planner or the committee comes to your website or they come to your social media and they find you, they like what they see, but then they do nothing, right? Why can they do nothing? Because you have no booking page. You have no easy way for people to check out your availability, right? They have no clear steps on what should happen. Now I've seen people that on their website they would have something like, "Hey, um, what's that thing?" They have like a little form at the bottom of the web page, right? Say like subscribe, subscribe to my newsletter. Uh-uh. Right? You want to have a booking process where now, when they are planning multiple events at once, the committee can go to your website, go to your clear booking process. Now, over my website, and I have a form there that shows you, hey, when is your event? What would you be interested in having me speak on? What time of day? What city? What's your booking? What's your booking budget for a speaker, right? And guess what? Because I have this in the process, they now can book me. They can now follow up with me. Well, I can follow up with them and decide on what to do next. Right? Just recently, I was requested to speak over in Central Asia. Okay, this is like a dope opportunity, right? In Central Asia, so somebody in a whole nother country found me through Chat GPT. They found a STEM speaker through Chat GPT. Now, I'll show you my upcoming training. Just type website or the link down below how you can position your website to show up in Chat GPT. Right? So they showed up in Chat GPT, they found me, and then they went to my website, they completed a booking form. They completed a booking form and they sent me a custom email telling me that they want me to do 2 speaking engagements. Now, guess what? If I didn't have my booking email or that form in place, guess what? I would be missing out on this amazing international experience. Okay. So if you do have a website and you're making it hard for people to book you as a speaker, guess what? They're going to move on to the next speaker on their list. Not because you were not good enough, but because you made it too hard for them to book you as a speaker. So, guess what? If you don't fix that, it's stopping you from the income and stopping you from the impact that you can make. All right. So, Go ahead and fix that booking process, right? Even in the booking process, hey, what topics do you talk on, right? What are your fee ranges? Are you available? Put it in a simple form, make it easy, make it professional, and make it obvious. Okay. So, mistake number one, no speaker website. Mistake number two, no clear booking process. And mistake number three, all right, mistake number three, believe it or not, you speak to everyone. Yeah, you speak to everyone, right? And because you're speaking to everyone, you're actually not speaking to anyone. Now, this hurts a lot of people and you don't really understand it. Like, I had to learn this. One time I was speaking to students, I was speaking to parents, I was speaking to educators, I was speaking to schools, I was speaking to individuals. But when I got really, really clear on who I was speaking to, everything changed. All right. So if your website says you speak about leadership, motivation, teamwork, diversity, communication, personal development, marriage, you're speaking to no one, right? Event planners, those are the ones that have the 10,000, 15, 20, 25,000 on the book you to speak. Guess what? When they come to your website, they want to know that you're speaking to them. All right. Event planners don't search for motivational speakers. They search for a person in their industry. All right. Maybe they got a financial conference. Guess what? They're looking for a financial conference speaker. Maybe they have a personal development conference for teachers. So, guess what? They're not searching for a motivational or a keynote speaker. They're looking for somebody in the professional development space for teachers. They have a specific audience with a specific need. So, the speakers who get the 10K, 20K, 25, guess what? They have a lane. And because they have a lane, they're speaking to a specific person. So if you're running the mistake and you're speaking to everyone, that simply means you're speaking to no one. Okay? So here's what I recommend you to do is to narrow it down and ask yourself, who's the dream audience? Who's the dream conference? Who's the dream person that you would like to speak to? That's number one. But also realize this, guess what? The person you speak to in the audience may not be the person that books you to speak. So guess what you want to do? You want to talk to the person that books you to speak, who's hired people for the audience that you desire to speak to. Okay? So the key thing is you want to have the right message for the right person at the right time, and you want to make sure that you're no longer speaking to everyone. All right? The more specific you are, the less competition you have. People ask me, Kansas, why do you speak in the STEM and AI and education space? Because nobody else is. Nobody else is more qualified than me. So guess what? I fish in my little pond. I don't have to compare myself to other speakers. I choose to make myself different so that I can reach a certain type of client. Okay. So that's mistake number three, where you are speaking to everyone. Okay. Here's the fourth mistake. This is a big one. No email list. All right. No email list. Now, I know, right? I know you may have 8,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, you may have 20,000, 30, 40,000 people on Facebook. You may have a big subscriber list on YouTube. But guess what? You don't own it. You are renting those Instagram followers. You are renting those Facebook followers. Like I remember, it might have been last year, a few years. It's been probably like every year. We have that moment when you try to jump on Instagram and Instagram is just spiraling. And then you look up on Google and it's like everybody's complaining about Instagram. or that time period when TikTok went down. Guess what? You do not own those followers. Okay. Tomorrow morning, Instagram could change their algorithm. YouTube can change their algorithm. Like even when people put, I got a video on this about books, right? Why I don't think it's a great idea to put your book on Amazon. Because guess what? When somebody buys your book off Amazon, you don't know who purchased the book. Amazon is building their list, but you're not building your list. So this is why this is a huge mistake for most speakers, where you don't have your email list or you don't have a list, and it's hindering you from making more money and making more impact. All right. Your email list is your list. Nobody can take it, right? Nobody can restrict your access to it. I can go to my email list right now and email event planners in my area. I can go to my email list and email speakers like yourself. If you're not on my email list, okay, make sure you jump on my email list. Don't just subscribe to YouTube. Right, I got some things down below. Jump on the webinar, right? The training I'm doing on Thursday, and I'll show you how to incorporate this into your website. Now, one thing that most people don't realize, and I don't have time to debate about it, but email converts better than social media. Yeah, the speakers that I've helped over the last 20 years, I've helped them build an email list where now they can book opportunities with this email list. They can sell books and programs with this email list. I've even had a young man, he was able to sell 200 copies of his unfinished book because he had an email list, right? Was able to email the list. They purchased the book. Boom. I had another friend of mine for her birthday. We made $48,000 in 48 hours on her 48th birthday. Why? Because she had an email list and it was her email list. And now build that email list, be able to make offers, to make invitations. And guess what? By doing that, you have a ready made audience that you can always contact. Most people don't remember this or probably even know me for this, but I got started in this business because of an email list. When I left undergrad at Norfolk State University, I wanted to go on. When I was going to grad school, now I'm not going to date myself. This is back when AOL and email had first come out. I had an email address called seedsower@mindspring.com. Right? But guess what? I got all the emails of my classmates that I was leaving behind. And when I went to grad school, I started emailing them every single day. And they start sharing this with everybody else. And I had an email devotional business, and I was able to sell devotionals and books and inspire them and book speaking opportunities from that opportunity. Why? Because I had an email list. All right. So guess what? I'm going to stop this video right here. Now there are 7 big mistakes, and I only give you 4 now. But let me know in the comments, which one of these are hindering you from booking speaking gigs? Which one of these are stopping you from getting found? Which one of these are stopping you from getting booked? Which one of these are stopping you from getting paid? No speaker website? No clear booking process? You speak to everyone? No email list? Well, guess what? I want to challenge you and charge you to fix these right now, right? Fix these right now. If I can help you, hey, let me know. All right, let me know if you want to avoid some of these mistakes. On this coming Thursday, you will see the link down below. I have a live training where I'll talk about specific website mistakes. Now, the reason I think websites are so important, because they operate like a machine. And I'll show you on the training how a website should help you before the stage, how the website helps you on the stage, and how the website helps you after the stage. Now, if you have a message, if you have expertise, if you have something that you know can change the world, There's somebody praying for the answers that you have. And I want to simply help you get found, get booked, and get paid so you can monetize your message and monetize your stage. All right. So let's fix these 4 mistakes. Hey, let me know in the comments. Like, be honest with me. This is a safe space, right? Let me know in the comments which one of these mistakes you know you're making. No speaker website, no clear booking process. You're speaking to everyone and you have no email list. All right. Hey, I'm Cantor Simmons. I'm the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers. And I believe your message can change the world. You can make more impact and you can make more income if you simply learn how to monetize your stage. All right. Click the link down below in the description. All the resources are there. And I look forward to seeing you live on my upcoming Thursday night training. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.